Hotel Echo Lima Oscar. Good evening from London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly, DLG repping. Yes. Short for Delhi London Guna. Space Romeo Echo Papa Indigo November. Again, welcome to another match preview of our away game in the Europa League game against PSV Eindhoven, the 1988 European champions, as well as the Dutch outfit managed by Ruud van Nistelrooy. Allow me to say good morning to you guys, whether you are having your nice shower, enjoying tidying up around the house, or is it good afternoon? Is it good afternoon whether you are decorating the house, doing some outside exercise, training activity, or other activities, whatever you're doing, or allow me to say good night and rest well. Again, you're more than welcome to come onto my channel and give me your views of the game, or your prediction on how the game's going to pan out, etc. But before I get into the players, before I get into the starting 11, the 9 substitutes that I will go with, and the formation that I will go with, all you need to do is smash the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Do that in abundance. Make sure you smash the thumbs up like button for me. I'd really appreciate that support and love. Make sure you share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives. And if you're watching me for the first time, welcome on board. Just share this channel amongst your friends and relatives, yeah? And make sure they share it amongst their friends and relatives. Let's keep this channel growing. If you want to leave an opinion, your score prediction of the PSV game, the outcome, any key moments that could happen, or any prediction, leave it in the chat, yeah? And remember, in the chat, positive feedback always happens here. And on top of that, yeah, do subscribe to the channel. Yes, I, as DLG repping, is aiming for 1,000 subscribers and over by the end of the year, beginning of the new year. So get subscribing. And I mean, please get subscribing. Yeah, remember, if you do sub, I'll shout you out, yeah? That's bless and love, always. Other than that, the game at the Emirates was a dominated and controlled affair by Arsenal. And, well, I say a fair performance. It was a dominated and controlled performance by Arsenal. Created a number of opportunities, but we weren't ruthless enough to really punish PSV the way we should have punished PSV. But however, Granit Xhaka, the guy on form, unsung hero nowadays, getting a superb strike from up to 15 yards out with his weaker foot. That right foot of his can be trusted. And for me, if Arteta is to start him, he could be key to us getting a result. But for me, I don't think I will start him in this game. And I'm going to try and rest some players. And I say 9 substitutions. It could be more than 9 substitutions. Let's say 12, 13 substitutes. But I'm going to pick a team that will do the job against PSV Eindhoven come tomorrow night, or tomorrow late afternoon kickoff. So without further ado, allow me to pick the team that will do a reasonable job for tomorrow evening. So the formation is a 4-3-3. I'm sticking to that formation that has been a success for us so far this whole campaign in all competitions. So in goal, I'm going to go with Matt Turner to put him in goal in this sort of fixture away from home, where the crowd's going to be very volatile and the noise is going to be very deafening. But I believe he can handle a situation in this kind of atmosphere. So other than that, he's performed reasonably well, kept clean sheets, and he's looked so solid and commanding in his penalty area. He starts the game for me. The back four. Now I've got to pick the back four carefully. I'm gonna go with Cedric Suarez. I would have gone with Tomiyasu, but I need him to have a rest. I think he will play a key role in Sunday's game against Nottingham Forest. So I will go with Cedric Suarez to start. He hasn't played many minutes, as you already know. He's come back from injury like a couple of weeks ago, so he's raring to go. So obviously he's been training during that time, since the time that he came back from injury. So I'm going to give him a run out for this encounter. The centre-back pairing, I'm going to go with... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with Rob Holding. He hasn't put a foot wrong yet in this tournament. He hasn't missed a header. And he's been playing reasonably well in this tournament so far to date. Alongside him, I'm going to go with Benjamin White. I feel that Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães needs a rest. He's performed reasonably solid and well in the last couple of games, but I feel that I need to give him a rest. I mean, he's a vital part of our plans for this season. But again, I'm going to go with Benjamin White. He's been performing outstandingly well at right back, and he may get that job on Sunday. But I'm only going for Ben White. Ben White, because I just want to rest him and Saliba. I'm going to have... oh, gosh, this is a really difficult one here. I'm going to go with Kieran Tierney to get as much minutes as possible. If not the full 90 minutes, he will give his all. And that's all that I ask of him. So Kieran Tierney will start at left back for me. Right, the midfield three. Sambi Lokonga will do the anchoring role. He's got an important part to play in the team, where he's got to look after the ball as well as he can. Try not to give it away in any dangerous situations. Nothing silly. Keep the pass as simple as possible. And he's got to be careful with his tackles as well. But I do trust him to play that role in front of the back four as a DM. Right, midfielders alongside him. I'm going to give a debut to Matthew Smith. I would go with him for the simple fact is he's young, willing to prove himself, and he's available from the Halen Academy. He's been playing for the under-23s, I'm led to believe. So I'm going to see what he's all about. The other midfielder on the other side of him, on the other side of Lokonga, is Fabio Vieira. Now, he's a promising but exciting young talent. Fantastic left foot, and he can play a key pass. He got up to 16, 17 assists for Porto last season, but he's moved to Arsenal, and he's still trying to settle down. But to be honest, his settling down period has been not too bad, so I'm going to go with him. The front three. This is where I've got to be brave here. On the right, I'm going to go with Marquinhos. I think I'll go with Marquinhos instead of Bukayo Saka. I know we need a result. It's a not so strong Arsenal side, but again, we've got the Premier League game in mind, and we need players to rest. The last 3 Premier League games, second half, we seem to be weary and tired, and I want to save them for the Premier League game versus Nottingham Forest. So Marquinhos, I'm going to give him an opportunity to express himself and show us what he can do on a Thursday night at Volatile Stadium in the I've forgotten what it's called, the arena, something arena, the Philips Stadium Arena. That's it. On the left, Maurice Nelson. He's been given maybe another season to make an impression. For me, in the Bodo Glimt game, he wasn't too bad. He was direct, taking on the wing back, and not getting the end product. I expect more from Maurice Nelson, and I feel that we've got to give him an opportunity in this game. In the middle, Eddie Nketiah. Now, he is obviously desperate for a goal, but he needs to realise that he doesn't need to try too hard. Just keep to the basics and the goals will flow. That's all that he needs to do. Right, my substitutions are, and I'm feeling tired. Hein, he's been playing for the under-20s, maybe under-21s. He's biding his time, and that's fully understandable. So I'm going to give him an opportunity to sit on the bench. And if the opportunity comes, if he has to come on, depending on whatever happens to Matt Ryan, then he will come on. Aaron Ramsdale on the bench again. I wouldn't expect him to play in this game of this importance, even though it is an important game. But for me, I'm going to go with Ramsdale on the bench. Substitute number 3, Takahiro Tomiyasu. Now, he may start this game on Thursday night, but not for me. I want him on the bench, resting for as much as he can possibly rest for the whole game, really. That's the aim. If he's fit, Alexander Zinchenko, only a place on the bench. I think he's been doing light training. He might be fit enough to take his place on the bench. And for me, he is an absolute top talent for a reason. We signed him. Bags of ability, and he brings a mentality, a mentality and leadership into the dressing room that we've been asking for such a long time. But again, as a footballer, bags of ability, whether at left back, in the midfield role, I'm going to have him on the bench. Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães. I'm having him on the bench for the fact that he needs to rest, and we've got to make sure we utilise our squad as best that we can. And for me, I only feel that Gabriel will be suited for the bench. Substitute number 6. Do I go with William Saliba? Oh, no. I think I'll rest him at home. I will go with who do I go with? Oh, who do I go with? Who do I go with? Who do I go with on the bench? Any ideas, viewer at home? Who do I go with to go on the bench? Let's name me a midfielder. This is where we are really short of depth there. I would go with Granit Xhaka for me on the bench. He's becoming a vital part of our that was coming of our squad, of our team. He's performed like a leader, and long may that carry on. However, I'm going to give him a rest for this game. Nottingham Forest, we have one eye on. Martin Odegaard, he'll be on the bench for this game for sure. I think he might have to come on at some stage, depending on how the game goes. But he'll be on the bench. You know what? William Saliba. I never wanted to pick him on my bench, but the reality is, well, we haven't got much choice, really. Our defence, our first team defenders, we've only got so much. And I'm playing the 2 centre-halves that wouldn't be fancied in that position. So for me, I'm going to have him on the bench. William Saliba, he's been a Rolls-Royce performing centre-half this season. Substitute number 9. Or was it number 8? I picked Hein, Ramsdale, Takahiro Tomiyasu, Alexander Zinchenko. Zinchenko. Midfielders. Have I picked him a defender? Who did I pick? Gabriel Martinelli. Shaka. Pick Odegaard. Substitute number 8. Who do I go with? Substitute number 8. Substitute number 8. This is a big one. Difficult one here. But I will go with Shane Smith-Rowe and El Nania injured. You realise how important they are to our squad. Who could be substitute number 8? Oh dear. Substitute number 8. Who was it? Substitute number 8. Come on, help me out here. Substitute number 8. I'm going to go with Kayon Edwards, striker from the Hein Academy. We can't say too much on him because we don't know too much about him. But he must have done as well as he could have done in the youth team setup to end up in the squads. So Kayon Edwards, watch out for him. Ethan Wanari. If I've pronounced his name wrong, I do apologise. The youngest ever substitute in the English Premier League game. 15 years of age. Maybe he's just turned 16, who knows? But for me, he'll be on the bench. Substitute number 10, Gabriel Martinelli. One of our best performers this season. He's got himself up to 5-6 goals this season. He's got himself a full assist. Direct. He's such a wonderful talent to bring on from the bench. So yeah. Do I go with substitute number 9, 10? This is going to be interesting. Substitute number 10. I think that we've loaned out some of our players. You know, some might be controversial and others needed it. Substitute number 10, Bukayo Saka. Brilliant footballer. England international. He might get a cameo appearances, and that's as far as I'll go. And last but not least, Gabriel Jesus. Again, he's been a breath of fresh air. He's like Lacazette and Aubameyang in one goal. He's 2 players in one. He can operate on the left as well as the middle. His movement in the box is sublime. Brilliant footballing feet and strong in physical battle, despite the fact that he's 5'8" to 5'10". But for me, he'll be on the bench. So that's my starting 11 sorted, which in the 4-3-3, and my substitutions of 12 to 13 on the bench. Other than that, if you've got your own ideas of picking your 11, your formation, your subs, drop it in the chat, yeah? Otherwise, people, it's been a pleasure to say yet again, thank you to the ladies, to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and saving the best to last. As you know, I always do. Thank you so much for putting up with me. It's always a goddamn pleasure. Until next time, all that I want to say is remember to look after your friends, look after your families, do look after yourselves. If you're out and about and it's cold, wrap up well and keep warm. Again, peace, love, and blessings again, as I always say. And on top of that, yeah, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. As DLG repping, we're going to chat again. Also, just remember, please, always be nice.